So how do you recover effectively, and how do you recover quicker after runs, hard workouts, races, and whatnot? There's a lot of different theories, and a lot of folks do different things. Okay, and a lot of folks don't even stretch before runs. Everybody's system's a little bit different. I'm going to share with you what I've learned to be very effective over the last 2 decades. Former competitor runner and a coach of the last almost 2 decades as well. So, and I think this is something that I've honed in and kind of refined over time as well. That works for me. That works for my athletes. That actually incorporate what I prescribe and recommend. It works. Okay. Now keep in mind, not a lot of folks do. I should say, I also recommend an active stretch before a run, or if you have the time, even if it's 10 minutes before a run or a race and whatnot, rather than running and then static stretching and then running again. That can be very counterproductive because it's not running specific. And I like an active isolated, and I'm also a Wharton trained and certified musculoskeletal and like active isolated flexibility therapist. So yeah, I am preaching from what I know, but that I found to be the most effective method of not only setting you up for the run, but recovering afterward as well. So, and I find it to be highly effective. I've got videos on this channel that break it down. I take you through a full stretch routine. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you do that now, especially if you're a runner or a coach. And I have 300 training videos here for free too. So I don't want you to miss out on any good stuff. But I just want to share a couple things, what I find to be very effective post run, long run, race, hard workout stuff, because they all matter. Whether it's a day where you're doing hard, fast lactic stuff, where you got a lot of lactic in your legs, or rolling long run, let's say 15, 18, 20 miles, and let's just say it's in Van Cortlandt Park and you're training for the New York City Marathon, right? Or something like that, or you're training for Boston, a marathon that's rolling, or Marine Corps marathon that's rolling. So having a long run that simulates the marathon is ideal, and if you can do it on soft surfaces, ideal. But at the same time, what you do afterward is going to determine whether or how well you recover for the next day's run, workouts, and so on. So that's what I want to talk about today. And the first thing is obviously a post-run stretch. Okay, within 30 minutes to an hour, I recommend two things. Number one, your post-run stretch. Okay, keep in mind too, a lot of folks will race and then they just come to a complete stop, and then in general don't run again until next time they run, right? So that that could, your legs could be tight, they could be sore, especially if it's a 10K, half marathon, a longer race. Your legs will feel a little bit beat up. Well, how do you speed that recovery process up? How do you feel better sooner? You know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. This is why a post-run stretch is really, really ideal. And at the same time, within that hour, getting some fuel back in your body. You have to figure out what your body can tolerate. Fluids, obviously, you try some electrolytes, you pump in some Gatorade if you can with the water. You even try some protein. Chocolate milk. Give you some protein for muscle repair. Something solid too, like a banana or bagel. And then at some point, once a little bit later on, when you're feeling really good and you're starting craving food, go eat go reward yourself for your hard work. Okay? We want to make sure that your body can tolerate it too. Your stomach is okay while you're stretching and while you're recovering from these races. And the stretching will help go a long way towards getting that from the waist down, feeling a hell of a lot better after these races. I mean, from the waist up too, because you'll feel better up here too. Okay, and even with doing some upper body stretches, you'll feel rejuvenated. You'll feel like you've taken an ice bath, like you've taken a nice shower, and that leads me to the next thing: the shower. Okay, if you can, obviously, if you have obviously dry clothes and you're not going straight home, change it to some dry, fresh clothes if you get an opportunity to do that. If you get an opportunity to take a shower, enjoy a nice hot shower, but I do encourage, and this is something I learned in college actually, and I'm thankful that my coach showed this to us. You take your hot shower, you enjoy the hot weather, but then right towards the end, you transition it to cool, you transition it to cold, and what a difference it feeling. Holy cow! You feel rejuvenated, you feel recovered, even though it's counterproductive. So I did it like after cross country regionals and nationals where it's 20 degrees, and then I take that shower and then finish off cold. I still felt a million times better. So it's definitely something I encourage you to try. Okay, and even if it's just the last minute or so, you get into that cool weather, oh man, after enjoying a hot shower, you will feel a million times better. A million times better. And then obviously if you get an opportunity to take a nap and rejuvenate the body after you've done these things. And to keep in mind, these are the things that, the sequence that I'm talking about is probably what I found to be the most effective. So you do your post-run stretch and you're fueling, okay? You change if you can. You take a shower, and then you nap. If you get, obviously we have lives, we have jobs, we have families and stuff like that. So this is not a 4, 6, 8 hour process either. If you get the opportunity to do this, take advantage of it, and you'll feel a heck of a lot better, especially if you're training for long stuff like the half marathon and the marathon. And this stuff works for middle distance runners too, especially people or people who run multiple times, who race multiple times in a week or multiple times in a meet. So these little things make a hell of a difference in terms of speeding up your recovery, making it more effective, and just feeling better overall. And again, benefiting the next run, the next workout, what you do. Because what you do over the next couple of days and the next weeks matters. So how you recover in any area where you can boost part of your training, and recovery is part of training, I encourage you to take advantage of it. So I wanted to share this with you. Let me know what you think. Is there anything else that you do that you recommend your athletes do? This is something I recommend to my athletes, and a lot of them who incorporate it, they feel a million times better. I do this stuff. Okay, as a former competitive runner, I still run, but I'm a long-time martial artist too, and even stuff like this helps me feel better. So even cardiovascularly, the ice bath can help. The cold shower at the end can help. Okay, they can benefit more than you think. So wanted to share that. If you enjoyed this, make sure you hit the like button and please subscribe. And I don't want you missing out good content. I've got training programs from middle distance runner all the way up to the marathon for all levels, fully detailed. And if you have questions for me of a personal nature or coaching nature, reach out to me directly. blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com. I am available to answer questions and chat. I work with a lot of people via email too, so I'm happy to help wherever I can. So have a great week, everybody, and I'll talk to you next time.